r/NoSleep. Posted by you/thepurplefeline. I just wanted to see the country while traveling in a van. No, I'm not doing that. Come on bro. You'll be the man if you did it. I'm pretty sure that I will go to jail if they find out that it's me who sent the letters. You'd have to harm someone to be charged with a crime. You're just sending letters to a reporter claiming that you're a serial killer. Why can't we just van across America and chronicle the fun time we're having? Because there's a million online bloggers who are already doing that and that's boring. Besides, I paid for the van, so the least you can do is make it entertaining. Okay, fine. Perhaps it will be amusing. What should I do? Each state we intend to travel through, send a letter to the Chicago Tribune's reporter, Kelly Simcoe, with a riddle claiming that you killed someone. Do the letters today, that way when we leave we can be laughing our asses off when the reporter thinks she's getting first-hand knowledge of a serial killer's actions. Nevada is our first stop, so write the riddle about murdering someone near the casinos? Yeah. And say the body is somewhere in the desert. Doug says, where he can't stop laughing with excitement. I guess if I'm not sending it to the police, then it's really not a crime. Exactly. So I pen the letters, where I write some dumb riddles, where I claim to be an environmentalist. To start off, I write some nonsensical riddle that the bright lights of Vegas will be a mirage when Harry makes them dimmer. Save our planet, where I would be implying that the body is in the next town over in Henderson, Nevada. Then I pen the next letter about Idaho, where I write a riddle about Boise, potatoes and killing someone who doesn't have a fuel-efficient car. I write all of these letters for each of the states that we are going to drive through, with the final one being in New York. I follow the online USPS instructions, where I send 2 stamped envelopes, where the outside envelope is addressed to Postmaster, Las Vegas, Nevada, so the postmaster in Las Vegas will open the letter and postmark the inner envelope with my real letter inside, that way it looks like I mailed it from the state we visited. It cost me a good amount of money in stamps, but it pales in comparison to the thousands of dollars that Doug paid for the van. Alright Doug, I sent 10 letters to that female reporter. That's awesome dude. He responds where he can't stop laughing. I'll eventually send an email to that Kelly reporter, that way we can mess with her along the way. Why did I mail the letters if you were just going to email her anyways? I asked Doug. Because no one will believe the authenticity of an email, which isn't linked to a state or a city. But wouldn't it be a giveaway that you're using your email? My email is sandiegorammer@4x, so how will she link that to me? You put your email address into Google and nothing came up? Yes, I got the Google message of 0 matches when I put my email inputs. Doug replies. Alright, this will definitely keep us entertained when we drive through those boring areas of Nevada or Kansas. Yeah, I know right. She'll be chasing her own tail and the best part will be when we tell her that it was all a big farce. Doug says. So you think we have enough money from the weed that you've been selling? I ask. Yes, I rigged a secret compartment under the center console of the van to hide our spending cash. Doug replies. Part of me feels bad about the letters that I sent because each state has hundreds of missing people and I don't want to send moms and dads on wild goose chases, if the reporter actually publishes our letters. I say. Dude, those poor family members get constant fake leads, so they're used to it. Besides, you didn't give them any specific time frame of when the fake murders occurred or the fake victim's identity, so if our letters get published in the newspapers then the families won't automatically assume that it's their loved ones. Doug says, where we both start laughing. A few days later we head out in the van. Isn't it great being adults with no children or any other real responsibilities? Doug says while laughing. We could never do this if we were married or we had people dependent on us. Exactly Russ. Doug says to me. We make our way through California, then to Nevada, where we smoke weed and sing songs on whatever radio station that comes in. We pass through Henderson, Nevada, then we get to Las Vegas, where we stay at the Mirage Casino. We have a lot of fun going to casino after casino gambling. We continue through Idaho, Utah, Colorado, and then Kansas, where we are kept entertained stopping at the various national parks and getting wasted along the ways, that we pretty much have forgotten about the letters that I had sent. It's not until we get all the way to St. Louis that Doug and I discuss the letters. Dude, did you send any emails to that Kelly reporter chick? I ask. Yes, I have, but she doesn't respond back. Doug jokingly responds. We spend the night in the van near the St. Louis Arch and Doug and I look at some of the photos that I took at the various places we've been. Dude, is this picture in Hendersonville? Doug asks. No, it's Henderson dumbass. I respond. I thought that all those towns had Ville added to the end of them. Doug says while laughing. Look, I'll put it into Google to show you. After putting Henderson into Google, I see a headline that reads, "Not since the DC Beltway sniper attacks has the nation been on edge because of a cross-country serial killer being on the loose. It's crazy how at any given time there are psychopaths killing innocent people. Look at this story. This could have been one of us that was killed. We were in Henderson." I show Doug the story. Doug reads the story and says that dumb bimbo Kelly Simcoe wrote this story. Look. Wow. Talk about newspapers looking for any ways to stay relevant. It's just a stupid letter. How can she make the leap and say that someone was actually murdered? I say to Doug. No dude, look. The story goes on to further say that police recovered a man who was known to frequent the Mirage Casino and drove a Cadillac Escalade. Even though I smoked a joint less than an hour ago, my body temperature goes through the roof as I start to immediately sweat. I don't know if the weed is causing this, but I start to get really paranoid. I put into Google other stories related to Kelly Simcoe, and every state that we've been through has a murder linked to it, that is associated with my riddles. I start to feel like I have been set up, because those letters are in my handwriting. I get so dizzy with stomach wooziness that I feel like I need to throw up. Doug, you see those other stories that reporter published? I can't believe this. You can't believe what? I angrily say to Doug. I can't believe that your letters have been published in the newspaper with real murders associated with them. I'm having a real hard time making sense of this. Where my tone becomes even angrier. Dude, this is some fucked up shit. Doug, this isn't funny, and right now I'm feeling really uneasy just sitting next to you. Why? Because you had me send those letters. You set me up. How did I set you up? Don't play fucking dumb with me, Doug. I thought this was just some stupid prank and I went along with it because I had no money and I wanted to keep you happy. What are you implying, dude? That you're a psychopath loser, who used me for your own shits and giggles. My man. You think I killed those people? You fucking had me write out each one of those murders, so it looks like I did it. You know, with this modern police technology, that they're going to find DNA on at least one of those letters that I sent. Russell, I've been with you this whole time. You would have known if I killed someone. Have I, Doug? Have I been with you every step of the way? I couldn't watch you when I was passed out, so how do I know that you didn't kill someone in Vegas? Or Salt Lake City? Or at the Rocky Mountain National Park? Because it's me, Doug, and you know that I don't have it me to even kill a spider. Doug, I'm questioning how much I really know you at this point. You're kind of a drifter. And what are you? I'm a college graduate, who can't find meaningful employment. Oh, look at you. Aren't you all high and mighty? Why don't you then just get out of my van and leave? See, you had this planned all along, where you found some idiot, being me, who would incriminate himself by writing some dumb letters, while you actually killed those people, and now you're going to call the police, so you can be the hero. Dude, I really don't want to be bothered with you, and how do I know that you didn't kill those people? The van is starting to get really tense, where I nonchalantly reach into the side compartment of the van's passenger door, where I know there's a fishing knife located there, because at this point, I know that Doug is a deranged psychopath who might try to kill me at any second. Listen, give me money so I could get on a bus back to California and beg my dad to hire a lawyer for me? I ain't giving you shit. Get the fuck out of my van. Doug says, where I really start to see the venomous anger that Doug has inside of him. Give me some cash or I'm not leaving. I angrily say to Doug, as I grip the knife that I have concealed in my right hand. Fuck you. Doug yells at me as he reaches over to me on the passenger side of the van. As he twists his body towards me, I come around with my right hand and stab him in the chest. What the fuck? Why did you do that for? Where Doug holds onto the knife that is impaled into the left side of his chest. You reached over to me. I was going to open your door. Doug says, where blood comes rushing out of his mouth. He starts to lean over to me, where I can sense that death is imminent. I push him back up, so he doesn't lean on me, where I can tell that he is now dead. I'm not a violent person, so I'm really frazzled, that I just killed someone. Luckily, the van's tinted windows make it difficult to see inside. I don't know what to do, so I get a bunch of quarters from the center console and I walk towards a payphone that I saw earlier. I find the phone number for that Kelly reporter and I dial her phone number that's listed in Google. The phone starts to ring, and just when I thought I would get a voice message recording, I hear, "Hello, this is Kelly." I'm really in a poor state of mind, so I fumble my words. You don't know me on a personal level, but... She cuts me off mid-sentence and says, "Is this Doug or Russell?" What? I blurted out, having no idea how she would know it's me. I see that you are calling from St. Louis at about the time that I would expect you to be in St. Louis. But, how do you know my name? Well, an idiot named Douglas Schmidt was sending me emails with his name attached on them. She says to me in a manner in the same way how a judge talks to someone who has been found guilty of a crime. But his email address is sandiegorammer@4x. Yeah, but he used his real name when he created the email account, so unbeknownst to him, his name was affixed to each email that he sent to me. Wow. Not only was he a psychopath, but he was pretty dumb as well. What do you mean, was? Well, I didn't realize that I was being set up in California by him when I wrote those letters. So when I discovered your online newspaper articles, I confronted him and killed him. I understand how you got Doug's name, but how did you get my name? To answer your last question, because Doug had posted photos of the two of you on Facebook. Secondly, the postmaster in Nevada stamped your envelope, but he included your original California letter as well, so I caught on pretty quickly to what you guys were doing. In fact, I have a letter in front of me with a riddle regarding the St. Louis Arch and the Mississippi River. Yeah, I really had no idea that I was a pawn in his sick game. I guess I should call the police now? No. Why not? Because you're going to dump his body in the Mississippi River and tie him to the pier by the ferry, like your letter says. No way. I didn't kill anyone besides him, and I'm not going to be a part of this. I angrily lash out at her. Well, the police don't know you. But I know you because of the emails that Doug sent. So you can either do what I tell you to do, or I'll contact the police. Well, I'll just show the police his emails. I'm pretty sure he deleted his email account when I responded thanks Doug to one of his emails. He probably didn't tell you that, huh? Wait. Who's the psychopath? You or Doug? I nervously respond. My ratings are through the roof right now. This is making me the biggest reporter in the world, where I'm getting the actual letters from a serial killer who has the whole nation terrified. Once again, I'm speechless. With the little energy I have left, I whimper. Doug didn't kill those people, did he? You did, or you paid someone. That's not important right now, she says as she laughs. What do you want from me? I ask in a scared tone. Do what I told you to do with his body. Fine, then I'm going back to California. No, then you're going to your next stop, Chicago, which is my home area, and you're going to kill someone. No, I'm going to California. No, you're going to be sentenced to death if you don't do what I say. Listen, I'm not a murderer. That's not what your letters say, and you killed Doug, so I'm sure either Nevada or Idaho or another state has the death penalty. I'm going to go to the police and explain the whole situation. Russell, you last resided at 425 4X Street, San Diego? How did you know that? A little thing known as the internet, she says while laughing. Okay, so you know my address. And? Well, let's just say a little bit of your DNA is in Henderson, some more in Salt Lake City, and so forth. But you made St. Louis easier by actually killing someone with your own hands. What did you do? Did you go into my last known address and put my hair and other stuff at the crime scenes? Pretty much, she says, then bursts out laughing. You evil bitch. Hey, don't be talking to a millionaire like that. What millions? I begrudgingly ask. The millions from people paying me to do interviews and eventually write books. So why would I kill anyone else, if you're just going to go tell the police my real identity, after I kill someone in Chicago? No, no, no. Your identity will remain my secret. Look how much publicity the Zodiac Killer gets from being unsolved, or that D.B. Cooper fellow. Your killings are a cash cow, where I won't have to write dumb stories about the Sears Tower and other stupid crap anymore. I remain silent for a few moments after I take in all of this sludge of deceit, lies, and innocent people being killed. Even if I do what you say, you know you will be caught one day. No, I won't, because I'm just an unsuspecting woman with no prior convictions, who happened to receive some horrible letters from a psychopath. So you continue on to the East Coast, and I'll never tell your identity, and I'll go out of my way to hide anything that would lead to you or your friend Doug. I even denatured the DNA in your letters with a special UV light, where your DNA can't be determined in a lab. But you already said that you planted my DNA evidence at the crime scenes. I did, but I put them in precarious areas where some slapdick detective wouldn't know where to look unless he was given a hint. You watch too much CSI, where in reality most crime scenes contain thousands of different DNA samples from different people, so unless you spit on a victim's face, it's not that obvious where to look. So what happens now? Never contact me again and continue your riddle killings until you get to your last destination. You understand? She abruptly asks me. I pause one again because hearing that I have to murder people makes me feel sick. I have no other choice, so I say fine. She responds good. And then hangs up the phone.